welcome back to OTS News. My name is Mean Marky D. Pile-driving geeks since 1973. The biggest mark in the IWC. Tonight on the WWE Network and Peacock, WWE presented Fastlane. It is no longer speculation, ladies and gentlemen. This is factual information. I think it's pretty safe to say that this is the absolute worst WrestleMania season of all time. I mean, let's break this thing down. You got Bobby Lashley as the WWE Champion defending against boring Drew McIntyre again. Nobody wants to see that. And if you do, you're absolutely kidding yourself, man. Then you got Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. This shit absolutely sucks. And then you got Grandpa Edge, who's nothing more than a goddamn third wheel, challenging for the Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Nobody wants to see Grandpa Edge in the main event of WrestleMania, man. That's like inviting your grandpa out on your first date with the hot secretary in the office. Nobody wants it. But I think we're going to do something special here tonight on OTS News, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open the hotlines. We're going to open the phone lines, and we're going to take your answers to the big question. Are you excited about WrestleMania 37 season? Hello, caller number one, you are live on the air with OTS News. Are you excited for WrestleMania season?
Hello, Mr. D. My name is Billy. I'm a long-time listener of OTS. First-time caller. I think this show sucks. JD sucks, man. He's a racist. He's a sexist. And I think Peyton Royce should be in the main event of WrestleMania, man. She should be Raw Women's Champion and SmackDown Women's Champion at the same time.
Billy? Billy, are you there? Billy? Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like Billy got disconnected. Maybe you should go ask your parents to up the internet in the household. Caller number two, you are live on OTS News. Are you there? And please have a rational thought about WrestleMania 37 season.
Yes, hello, Mr. T. My name is Anonymous, and I have a deeper voice than you. I think JD sucks, man. I think JD is the cancer of the IWC. My voice is so deep, nobody's ever gonna find out where I am and who I am. I'm gonna hunt him down, and I'm gonna take him out. The community would be better off without him. WWE is great, man. JD sucks. Vince McMahon is a god. JD is a puppet.
What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people, man? This is exactly why I don't open up the phone lines. Oh my God, we'll take one more. Please, caller number three, do you have a rational thought about WrestleMania season?
JD sucks and Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that seems like it will be the very last time that I open up the phone lines. I knew the community was trash. But Jesus Christ, you guys went above and beyond to tell me that that is absolutely 100% factual information. I'll tell you what doesn't suck, folks. Titus is special tonight. His very own skirt steak with homemade chimichurri sauce and his special garlic mashed potatoes. This is a delicious one, folks. And tonight's bar special is Sheamus' Cursed Irish Stout. You better get it, because it's going quick. like a bro kick right to the face. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back right here on OTS News after this small musical commercial break. and gentlemen, welcome back to OTS News, and what you just heard were the sweet sounds of Bite Bot Audio. That one was called Death Draws Near. It's kind of like how I feel on Monday when I have to sit through 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. Death is looming on Monday nights, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to become a VIP of this fine establishment, all you guys have to do is hit the join button down below. And the show is about to get started, folks. Make sure you go and get your shirt steak from Tiny's Catering and come up to the bar for tonight's bar special, and that is Sheamus's Cursed Irish Stout. I'll tell you, man, it's like 4 bro kicks right to the face. No more waiting around, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for the show to begin. This is your Fastlane review right here with your host, JD from New York.
The Fiend has returned, and he looks like goddamn Jeepers Creepers. This was the most useless pay-per-view I think I've ever sat down to watch. WWE presented Fastlane. Fast Lame on the WWE Network. For some, Peacock for everybody else. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan in a fantastic main event for the Universal Championship. Ended up exactly how we discussed it, ladies and gentlemen. WWE slowly messing up Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And Drew McIntyre, Sheamus have yet a war again. But for what? What for? What did the match mean in the end? Absolutely nothing. This is your Fastlane post-show, ladies and gentlemen. Get your drinks, because this is the only podcast you need on your Sunday nights. This is Off the Scripts, and your Fastlane post-show is coming right up. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Fastlane 2021 post-show live on Off the Script. March 21st, 2021, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. Man, oh man, I have been saying it for many, many weeks now. Said it on every show that I've had up until this point. And there is nobody that is going to convince me, whether you work in the company or you are another podcaster in the community, nobody's going to convince me otherwise. This was the most useless pay-per-view I think WWE has ever put on, man. Absolutely nothing on this show mattered except the main event for the Universal Championship between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Everything about this show was absolutely uneventful. There's two things that happened on this show tonight that I think people are going to be taking into next week and WWE programming. One being the main event, which was fantastic. Roman Reigns is at the top of his game. There's nobody better than Roman Reigns right now. Legitimately, everything he does is fucking unbelievable. Daniel Bryan, I mean, I don't know what to say on top of what I've already said about Daniel Bryan, one of the greatest of all time. This should have been the main event of WrestleMania. And we're going to talk about it when we talk about what happened in the match. This, and I will say it right now, this should have been the main event of WrestleMania. There's nothing that happened in this match that made me want to see Edge in the main event. Nothing. Grandpa Edge in the main event. I don't want to see Edge in the main event. He was the special enforcer in this match. Oh, cry me a river, Edge. Edge won the Royal Rumble, and everybody's talking about Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Like I said from the very beginning, about 6 months ago, what should have been the main event of WrestleMania. None of that included Edge and Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns did everything humanly possible to make you want to see them wrestle again. I'm not even advocating for Daniel Bryan to win the fucking title. I just want to see the goddamn match. What they gave to you tonight was a WrestleMania main event at Fastlane. And Edge, as always, proving to be the third wheel. The other thing happened earlier in the evening. That's got everybody talking. It's Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's back. Bray Wyatt has emerged, burned. Mind games of Alexa Bliss all over the place. Storyline is absolutely horrendous. I think whoever enjoys this has got to have a sub-level IQ. You gotta be in the third grade. Easy. Maximum. Maximum. You gotta be in the third grade. Bray Wyatt comes back. He emerges from the ring as if he was dwelling there this entire fucking time since December. Burned, mangled. He's got a new mask. Seems like this was a special order from the Halloween shop. I don't recall seeing this type of merchandise on the store shelves, Mr. Wyatt. Normally, Bray Wyatt spends, about $4.99 on his masks. This one was about, $12.99. Guy emerges from the ring, and he looks like a mixture of Jeepers Creepers with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And yet here I am, I'm supposed to be excited about Bray Wyatt putting on another creepy designed mask. Ooh. Now he's got burnt flesh. And he's got a match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Now, I don't know what you guys are thinking, man, but it doesn't get as scary than what Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton did at WrestleMania a couple of years ago. There's nothing that Bray Wyatt could do, or there's nothing that Bray Wyatt could do to his look that's going to be scarier than what Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton did at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. This shit sucks, man. This is so beneath Randy Orton, it's not even funny. It's not even funny anymore. Got Alexa Bliss playing mind games, more black goo. She's got fire coming out. Like if she's in Mortal Kombat, and she's doing fatalities in the middle of the ring, and like she's a fucking street fighter. Seriously. Would she go to the school of Dalsim? Shooting fireballs? Give me a goddamn break, man. One minute she's throwing fireballs, the next minute she's got fucking firewalls up. I don't know whether I'm watching a pro wrestler or I'm watching a fucking Titan in Destiny throw a goddamn grenade. Then she's got light fixtures hanging down, coming down, falling down from the Thunderdome. This is trash. Absolute trash, man. Oh, but this is storytelling. And then I'm over there laughing at Bray Wyatt and how he looks. He looks fucking utterly ridiculous. Right? And then I got people, he's not going to stay that way. Yeah, because third-degree burns just go away, right? Give me a fucking break. God. This shit sucks, man. And that legitimately, out of all the important things that could happen in WWE, that was it. That was it. That was this pay-per-view. 3 hours of nothing. Don't know why we needed a Fastlane. Don't know. Everything that happened on this show could have easily been on a SmackDown or a Monday Night Raw. Easily. Don't know why we need a pay-per-view 3 weeks before WrestleMania. 3 weeks before WrestleMania, you need a pay-per-view. Been saying it for weeks, folks. An absolute waste of time. But we're going to break it down the best we can here. Talk about what happened with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Apparently, Bianca Belair had the shit slapped out of her by Sasha Banks. And WWE has seemingly dropped the ball on this entire storyline. It goes from being about Reginald to the tag team titles, back to Reginald again. And now it's all because Bianca Belair is a rookie and can't get the job done. It's great. You took what was a major marquee match, wanted by everybody. People were saying, including me, that it could main event night one on WrestleMania weekend. Not anymore. Not anymore. I made a video on it Saturday for Off the Script. It was the top story. My opinion on why Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair should be the main event of night one at WrestleMania. Not anymore. Go ahead and give it to Drew McIntyre. Go ahead and give it to Mr. Braveheart, Drew McIntyre, man. Give it to Bobby Lashley. I don't care. WWE dropped the ball on a marquee match that should have been easy. Easy as one of Titus's fucking pasta recipes, man. Easy to book. They didn't do it. Drop the ball. Apollo Crews and Big E, one of the big major marquee matches tonight. Major botch that I hope WWE can rectify going into Friday SmackDown. And we'll talk about what happened there. I watched the replay of it. I still don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong. Must have been some sort of miscommunication somewhere, but Apollo Crews loses in the most unceremonious fashion I think I've ever seen, man. And I'm going to rant on that. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. And then we got Mustafa Ali and Retribution. They seemingly are no more. And this could potentially be the best thing for everybody outside of Retribution, outside of Ali, Dijakovic, Mia Yim, Shane Thorne, Dio Madden. Don't know where Ali goes, but Retribution seems to be no more after his loss clean to Matt Riddle and failing to capture the United States Championship. So we're going to go over that, guys, and I appreciate you all being with me. We got 2,000 deep in the chat. Thank you guys so very much. Super chats are open. Make sure you guys get them on in. We'll be hanging out at the end of the show. We had unbelievable supports in the super chat department this week, man. Let's keep it rolling tonight. If you guys are in the chat, please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Every thumbs up counts. It helps towards the video, believe me. So you guys are in the chat right now. We got 458 likes as I look at it right now. Let's try. We're almost halfway to 1,000. Let's try for 1,000 in the live stream tonight. So make sure you guys go and do that for me. If you missed Off the Script this weekend, we got some Fastlane predictions, some rapid-fire predictions on Fastlane. We talk about Andrade, further information on Andrade and his impending release, hopefully, from WWE. Talked about the situation with Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil being hosts of WrestleMania. Talked about Eric Bischoff in the Hall of Fame. And we talked about why Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, then, before tonight, should have been the main event of night one of WrestleMania, but I'm not sure I'm thinking that way anymore. So if you guys missed Off the Script, go and check it out. The official Off the Script playlist is linked down below, along with Monday Night Raw, AEW, and SmackDown. So if you missed any of the live streams this week, they are listed for you down below in the description. If you guys missed Critiques and Connoisseurs, JD, what is that? It's my other new show, man. I got a brand new channel with my boy Jason, Big Hodge. We got a new project called Critiques and Connoisseurs. It's about wrestling. It's about drinking fine alcohol and fine craft beer. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Link to subscribe is down below. Go and check it out. We uploaded a new video on Saturday talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin's greatest moments and greatest matches while drinking a Broken Skull IPA, man. Go and check that out, and I would really appreciate your support on that as well. If you guys want to support the podcast, a couple of ways to do that. Number one, Patreon, patreon.com/JDfromNY206. So if you guys want to do that, you can. You can join the channel, become a VIP, and make this fine establishment here even better. Hit that join button down below. If you guys want to go get some t-shirts, bonfire.com is the place. That is the exclusive home of Off the Script. And today's podcast is brought to you by my great friends over at Dr. Squatch. DrSquatch.com. You guys are going to save 20% off. You're going to use code SCRIPT at checkout, man. So make sure you guys go and do that. As always, to support the show. Start at the top, man. We got the pre-show. We got Mustafa Ali versus Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. Mustafa Ali out there with the rest of Retribution. These guys got a solid amount of time. This was a very good match. And this was the third rubber match, I would say. The third match of what these guys have had so far. If you guys remember, Ali beat Riddle in a 3-minute match on Monday Night Raw a couple weeks back. Riddle came back and beat Ali on Monday night. And then Ali asked for a rematch in a WWE.com exclusive for tonight at Fastlane. So these guys were given an ample amount of time to tell their story, but in the end, it was Matt Riddle who retained the United States Championship. Ali was in control early. He sent Riddle into the ring post. He was yelling at Retribution on the outside. Ali slowed the pace. He was starting to target Matt Riddle's ribs. Riddle attempted a bro Derek, but Ali slipped out, hit a drop kick. Ali was back in control, and he seemed to have injured his knee. Ali is legitimately hurt. There's a knee issue legitimately with Ali, so I don't know what is going to happen to Ali after this supposed breakup of Retribution. But we got Matt Riddle's ribs. We got Ali's knee. He had a rolling backstabber for a close near fall. And what was a very cool spot in this match, Ali went from a running neck breaker, but Riddle reversed it into a submission. Riddle hit a power bomb into the final flash knee for a near fall. Ali attempted a tornado DDT, but Riddle rolled through and hit a fisherman buster. Ali fought back and locked in a Koji clutch. Haven't seen the Koji clutch in quite a while, man. That was a move that Sami Zayn used a lot in his time in NXT. Finish came when Riddle climbed to the top rope. Ali cut him off. Riddle fought back, hit a second rope bro Derek for the win, and that was it. Matt Riddle retains the United States Championship. Now, after the match, Ali was in the ring, and Retribution was there with him, and he started yelling at everybody, started yelling at Mia Yim, Reckoning, started yelling at T-Bar, started yelling at Shane Thorne, Slapnuts, and then he started yelling at Dio Madden. So all of them were standing there being obedient and subservient to Ali. But after the match, Reckoning stepped forward, She looked at Ali, turned her back, and walked away. I legitimately thought she was going to take off her mask, and we were going to start seeing the shedding of this retribution failure, and I thought that they were going to go back to their normal personas right then and there on the pay-per-view tonight. So Ali got in her face. She walked away. Slapjack started to walk off as well. He started yelling at Slapjack at Ali. Ali yelled at Mace and T-Bar, blamed them for his loss to Matt Riddle tonight. And if you guys watched, Ali had no outside interference at all. Nobody helped or interfered in Ali's match. So Mace was angry. T-Bar was angry. They did a double choke slam to Ali and left the ring. That was it. Now, out of everything that happened on the main show, I would consider this a big deal. It's a failure. Retribution is a complete failure. But if you're breaking up this group and you got 4 careers here that have been absolutely destroyed because of your creative fucking failure, this should have been on the main show. And I hope to God that with Ali being chokeslammed by T-Bar and Mace, that we finally start to see them take off the masks and reveal who they really are. Dominik Dijakovic is too good to be hidden under a mask and in this fucking terrible goddamn group. This guy was a major player in NXT, called up way too soon. And this guy has potential to be a major piece on Monday Night Raw. Guy's a fucking freak of nature. He's 6'7", 6'8". Guy could do things that fucking Ray Phoenix could do. And you're hiding him in this fucking failure known as Retribution. Shane Thorne is a great pro wrestler. He's got no character, really. He had more character here. This was a character for him outside of what he did in NXT. Send him back to NXT. Build around what he's got down there. Shouldn't even be on the main roster, period. Dio Madden, I haven't seen enough of him on NXT. You legitimately pulled him from the Performance Center and put him on Raw. He doesn't belong there. And then you got Mia Yim, who is solid in the ring. And you got her and her blue hair, her signature blue hair, and her very recognizable face hidden behind a mask. You know that women's division on Monday Night Raw needs help, right? How many matches has Mia Yim, as Reckoning, wrestled on Raw? 1? If that. Why aren't you using her for her wrestling ability? This is what you signed this woman to do? Makes me wonder why even she was called up. She's probably looking at NXT and asking herself, look at the fucking division down there. New tag team titles. You got Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez going to kill it at TakeOver. I'm over here in this failure of a group. Had potential. WWE seemingly just followed whatever was going on with the news. Rebellious acts of terrorism in the United States. Let's make a group out of it. It went nowhere. In a day and age where WWE wants you to watch their programming to escape the outside world, they brought the outside world into their television program, and then they buried these guys, ruined 5 careers because of it. Hopefully on Raw, we start to see everybody behind Ali shed their retribution failure and go back to what they usually associate themselves with. Excellent match, though. Very good match. What does Ali do going into WrestleMania? I don't know. WWE had all the time in the world to tell Ali and Kofi Kingston and their story, and that did not happen. What does Matt Riddle do with the United States Championship? Sounds like to me, looks like to me, he doesn't have a legit opponent for the United States title. Sure, WWE will come up with something on Monday Night Raw and give it absolutely no build whatsoever, and it will end up being a WrestleMania pre-show. Sucks to be Matt Riddle. Guy's one of the best wrestlers in the entire company. Guy's being treated like a goddamn fucking comedy geek with the United States Championship. We go from the pre-show to the main show. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. This is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They came out with Reginald. He wasn't at the spa today. They actually defeated Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Yes. We got Baszler rolling up Banks in the end for the win. The SmackDown Women's Champion takes a pinfall loss. Whether it was a distraction or an interference or whatever the fuck you want to call it or not. The SmackDown Women's Champion lost 3 weeks before WrestleMania. That's strike number 1, Bruce. Strike number 1. The rest of this fucking feud and the way it's been booked, strike 2 and strike 3. This shit is horrible. Absolutely terrible. And I mentioned this on Friday night. I went into a big rant about it on Friday night. You know, for everybody that's excited about this match, I want you to ask yourself one very important question. Why? Yeah, we all love Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is the best female pro wrestler on the main roster. Don't argue with me. It's her and Bayley. Nobody's even close. Don't tell me Becky, she's not there. Don't tell me Charlotte. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's Sasha and Bayley. Okay? And I'm even including them over Asuka. Sasha Banks. We all love Sasha Banks. Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is what I call hot stuff right now. She is the flavor of the month. She's the favorite flavor of ice cream in Vince McMahon's ice cream shop. By management and by fans alike. All WWE had to do was have Bianca Belair come out of the Royal Rumble and announce her opponent. They waited 3 weeks for Bianca Belair to make an announcement that we knew she was going to make. So you fucked up already. Arguing back and forth. Sasha's got these cringe promos. Very forced promos to Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair's out there smiling and she's all giddy because she's going to WrestleMania and she's challenging for the Women's Championship on SmackDown. We knew who she was going to pick. She came out and acted different than what we remember Bianca Belair doing or acting like. Then WWE somehow teams them up and they start to get embroiled with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. All the while, Sasha Banks is still dealing with the residue that she had to deal with since December with Carmella. Carmella never went away. Carmella was defeated several times by Sasha Banks. But Reginald, he was there. Whether he was working for or with Carmella or not, Reginald was there. WWE, instead of taking Bianca Belair, who is one of the brightest pieces of this women's division, future pieces, and Sasha Banks, and making it about the title, they made it about Reginald. They made it about this supposed crush that either Sasha or Reginald has for each other. Now, we all know that Sasha Banks is a married woman. I mean, Mikaze makes the fucking outfits every single Friday. They're all over social media. The guy deals with geeks and virgins every single day of his life on social media, claiming that Sasha is their woman. God knows what the guy's fucking laughing at every day, man. It's like a comedy show to him. He's got an unlimited VIP comedy experience on Twitter. We all know. But WWE's insinuating that Sasha Banks is thinking about Reginald. That Reginald's got a crush on Sasha Banks. It's not about the title. Then they get a title shot against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler because they pinned the champions on SmackDown. But Reginald is still there. So now it's about Reginald. Now it's about the titles, and it's back to Reginald again. I'm asking myself, where is the SmackDown Women's Championship in this build? You got Bianca Belair, who is claiming to be the greatest athlete in WWE's women's division. And you got Sasha Banks, who's a fucking certified Hall of Famer already at 27 years old. You mean to tell me that you're now building this match off the greatest of all time versus the future greatest of all time and the SmackDown Women's title, but you want to build this shit around Reginald? You want to build this shit around the fucking tag team titles, the number one contender and the SmackDown Women's Champion going for the tag team titles? Challenger and opponent teaming up? Shouldn't there be bitterness there? Shouldn't there be hatred there? Shouldn't Bianca's eyes be on Sasha and not anything else? Then she's out here cheering Sasha on, telling her, giving her pep talks to get over Reginald. I'm asking myself, where is Bianca's obsession with the fucking title? None of that came. I seen none of that in all these weeks building up to this match. Then WWE finally, they do something at the end of this match that made me scratch my head even more. And we'll get into it. Both teams were arguing with each other before the match started. Banks and Belair worked over Baszler for a very early advantage in this match. Belair hit a head spring moonsault for a near fall. Baszler and Belair, at one point, seemed very lost, and they just stopped running into the spot that they were in. I don't know if it was a miscommunication or whatnot. Did not look very good. And Baszler went to stop on Belair's elbow like she usually does to everybody. Jax made a blind tag. Banks and Belair worked together. Banks hit a hurricanrana on Jax. Then Nia and Shayna took over when Baszler caused a distraction. Jax knocked Belair off the apron. Baszler then did what she usually does, and that's slow the pace down, very methodical, locked into submission, worked over Belair. The heels isolated Belair in her corner, or their corner rather. Belair fought back. She makes this tumbling roll over, I believe it was Shayna, goes to make the tag to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks gets the hot tag. Banks ran wild, hit a tornado DDT on Baszler for a near fall. Belair then hit a beautiful 450 splash. But Reginald then interferes and jumps on the apron. Banks tagged back in, locked in a bank statement on Shayna Baszler. Belair jumped in the ring to stop Nia Jax from breaking up the bank statement. Jax pushed Belair onto Banks to break up the submission anyway. So Belair and Banks started to argue with each other. Banks pushed Belair and called her a rookie. Belair started to leave the ring. And Baszler rolls up Banks for the win. Now, what happened before this, we had Belair and Banks arguing with each other. I do believe Belair was the legal woman in this match. I think at this point. I could be mistaken. Or maybe she wasn't. But Sasha went outside to go deal with Reginald. And I believe Belair had the pinfall on Shayna Baszler before this match came to its conclusion, if I'm not mistaken. So Banks went to go take out Reginald. Belair got up from the pinfall, and she went to go look at what Sasha Banks was doing instead of making the pinfall attempt and winning the titles. So she got up, went to go look at what Sasha was doing, started arguing with Sasha. This led to Sasha getting back in the ring and ended up getting pinned by Shayna Baszler. So we go from everything I talked about in the beginning, before I talked about the breakdown of this match, to Belair and Banks arguing again because of interference from Reginald. And now Sasha Banks is calling Belair a rookie. Where was all of this 6 weeks ago? Where was all of this 6 weeks ago? You knew Sasha Banks wanted to come out there and say Belair's a rookie. Hey, EST, slow that roll. Cut that shit out. EST, you're not the EST of anything. This is my fucking division. No, but Sasha Banks is dancing there with the title, and she's all giddy and happy about wrestling Bianca Belair. Why are you all happy about Bianca Belair coming after your title? Sasha Banks should be guarding that title with her fucking life, and Belair should be making that title her number one fucking target. Now, after all this time, now Sasha's getting angry, calling Belair a rookie, and then she slaps the living shit out of Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair, of all women, stands there and says absolutely and does absolutely nothing when Sasha Banks slaps the fucking skin off of her cheek. That's how hard Sasha Banks slapped Bianca Belair. That's Bianca Belair. If this was NXT Bianca Belair, that hair braid would have made a permanent fucking indent across Sasha Banks' face. But we got now Bianca Belair, low-key, trying to respect Sasha Banks. Really? Sasha Banks, I knew going into this match there was going to be something happening here. They did it in a way where they ended up getting to this result. Sasha Banks is now, I think, thank Christ, a heel. And they're going to use this and this energy of Sasha Banks to go into WrestleMania. And Bianca's going to be the babyface, trying to mount a come-from-behind victory now or gain sympathy from the fans, from the simps, from the geeks out there. Gain sympathy from the wrestling community to beat Sasha Banks. Let me tell you something. For everybody that wants Bianca Belair to win the championship, in this build, does she look like she should be taking down Sasha Banks? Ask yourself that question. If you answer yes to that question, you know nothing. Don't even know why the fuck you're here. Bianca Belair has been creatively booked in a way where nobody will believe she can beat Sasha Banks. So thus, in my honest opinion, Sasha Banks is walking into WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion and walking out, and should rightfully so walk out, as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Sasha Banks has no competition, and that includes Bianca Belair. And I might add, you just, I think, turned Sasha Banks heel 3 weeks before WrestleMania. If you think now, 3 weeks before WrestleMania is enough time to build this match when you had since February 1st to do that, Bruce, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, bro. Now with 3 weeks to go, now you want to book this fucking feud the way it's supposed to be booked? Now Bianca Belair is targeting the Women's Championship? First was about Reginald, now it's about the tag team titles, now it's about the Women's Championship. 3 weeks to go before WrestleMania. Spare me. I don't care. I don't care anymore. You've taken this match from goddamn main event status to now it barely should be in the middle of the fucking show. Shame on you. Shame on you, man. Nothing about this is exciting whatsoever. Nothing. That's why WWE titles in the company are fucking worthless. Sasha's done nothing with that title. Chasing the tag team fucking titles. Who gives a shit? Why are they tag teaming together? Why? This is your fucking fault. You got no goddamn tag teams. So you're overcompensating because you don't have goddamn plans for your tag team titles. Get rid of them. Now you got Natty and Tamina. You got the fucking Riot Squad. Why aren't the Riot Squad in this fucking position? Why? You got a goddamn WrestleMania main event with two people teaming together over fucking worthless titles when the title that Sasha has should be the one that matters most. Who writes this shit? You should be fucking ashamed of yourself, man. Banks and Belair continued to argue. Sasha slaps the shit out of Bianca Belair, and that was it. Belair was in shock. Stood there and did nothing. Moving on. We got Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon was shown in the back. He was boxing and working out. Apparently, Shane suffered a knee injury training. They cut backstage to Shane walking out of his locker room on a crutch with his knee wrapped in ice. Then we got Elias and Jackson Riker approaching Shane McMahon. Elias has been wanting to talk to him about his pitch for WrestleMania. The greatest musical performance of all time. Something so epic that Bad Bunny will feel obligated to give him his Grammy out of respect. Didn't we get an Elias musical performance at WrestleMania? Why are we doing this shit with Elias again? Shane says it's not a good time to talk about this. Elias pleaded with Shane. I pleaded myself to God for this segment to be over and for Shane McMahon and Elias to get off my fucking television. Shane finally said, you know what? I got an idea. I got an idea for you and Mr. Riker. So they're mulling that over, and we go to Big E and Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. I was very much looking forward to this match, man. I really, really was. The work by Big E has been fucking phenomenal. I work in this YouTube thing, and it's very hard to come up with anything positive on a Monday and Friday night for these shows. And I find solace in Big E and Apollo Crews, just like I do Roman, to just get me through these fucking shows, man. Before SmackDown even airs, I'm like, at least I got Roman. At least I got Big E, right? Big E has killed it in this role with Apollo Crews. And Apollo Crews, you know, I'm going to say it here, I'm going to say it again, man. I wish I knew for sure, but I'm pretty confident in my feelings here. Apollo Crews, there's absolutely nobody that can convince me otherwise unless I hear directly from somebody that's in charge of this shit. Apollo Crews and his heel turn and every aspect of his heel turn, his heel run, is Paul Heyman. It's got Paul Heyman DNA written all over it, man. Apollo has been absolutely fantastic in everything. The presentation, the accents, the body language, the way he works as a heel. Apollo is becoming one of my favorite things on Friday night. Easily. And with Big E and his expressions and his mannerisms, he's going from, you know, funny and jovial into angry, and he's got this sarcastic laugh where it's fucking deep down anger behind it. I love it. I love it. I didn't know what was going to happen with the Intercontinental Championship here. I knew Big E was going to retain the championship in some way, shape, or form, because when I talked about this on Saturday on Off the Script, episode 369, live on the channel right now, I knew for certain that Big E was not going to lose the championship because it would not make sense. Or he would not lose the championship here. It would not make sense. If Big E lost the championship here, what does that mean? There's really no intrigue going into WrestleMania. You give the title to Apollo Crews. What do you have, Big E win the title back at WrestleMania? Doesn't really make much sense to me. Then you got Apollo Crews. Apollo can't really suffer a loss clean. He's just turned heel. So I was thinking going into this thing that Big E was going to win, whether it be by cheating or be a fuck finish or a referee fuck up somehow. Something was going to happen to get this match to happen again at WrestleMania in some sort of stipulation match, whether it be a Falls Count Anywhere match, whether it be a ladder match, something. And then we got what we got tonight. And it was the worst outcome that WWE could have possibly ever asked for. This was a match I was very much looking forward to, and in the end, halted all momentum of Apollo Crews. I don't know where WWE goes from here. The match started off great. Big E's angry, Apollo's angry. They're angry at each other. They met like fucking two bulls in the middle of the ring. Punches right out of the gate. No headlocks, no fucking collar and elbow tie-ups, no fucking hammer locks, nothing. This was a brawl right from the bell. Good. So they started it off the right way. So Big E was in control. He was taunting Crews, splashing Crews on the apron, followed up with two splashes on the ring apron. Big E then gave Crews two belly-to-belly suplexes across the ring. He went to go big stinger splash him in the corner. Crews attacked Big E. Crews took over, hitting 3 rolling German suplexes. He stomped on Big E, hit a frog splash for a near fall. Very nicely done by Crews. Crews went for a standing moonsault on Big E, but Big E got the knees up. Big E missed a charge in the corner, went shoulder first into the ring post. Crews attempted a powerbomb, but Big E slipped out the back Big E attempted the big ending. Cruz avoided the move. And then the finish literally came out of nowhere at about 6 minutes in. Big E attempted an inside cradle. Cruz attempted to reverse. During the reversal, Big E appeared to pin Cruz. I don't know what was going on there. But we went from an inside cradle to a reversal by Cruz, and that was it. Something else was supposed to happen there. I'm not sure what was supposed to happen there. I don't know if it was a referee botch. I don't know if it was an Apollo botch. It looked like Big E was in the right place doing what he was supposed to do. I don't know what happened there. Jessica Carr was the official in this match. I'm not sure if it was her fault or Apollo's fault, but it resulted in Apollo Crews losing the match. Apollo Crews, immediately after the bell rung, he attacked Big E, and that was it. Hit a series of angle slams in anger, telling Big E, yelling at Big E, this is not over yet. I'm not done with you. It's not over till I say it's over. Now, we didn't see a replay. WWE did not show us a replay on Peacock, which, by the way, I failed to mention this in the beginning. Now that I'm mentioning about Peacock, A, they don't have a rewind button on Peacock. I watched this on the WWE Network because we were told for weeks that WWE would be doing WrestleMania exclusive on Peacock, and that Fastlane was going to be WWE Network and Peacock. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch this last show on the WWE Network, and when I'm watching the WWE Network, my network cut out, and Fastlane never came on at the start of the Sasha and Bianca match. Fastlane never came on. They had me go sign up to Peacock to go watch the pay-per-view. Now, that's not what I was told. My WWE Network subscription doesn't end until March 28th. But I got cut from WWE Network. Told to go watch it on Peacock. I don't know if that happened to you guys, but man, that was fucking frustrating. Good old WWE bait and switch. So I actually missed 5 minutes of the fucking Sasha and Bianca match with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Then on top of that, if you go to Peacock, you can't rewind like you can on the WWE Network. If you're watching live, if you're watching a live sporting event, you can't go back. You got to watch it until it's over. I'm not sure what happens when the airing of the show is completed. Maybe you could go back and watch it, but you don't have access to rewind. If something major happened like this and you want to see what happened exactly, you can't. Can't do it. This was awful. This was absolutely awful. I don't know where WWE goes from here. They could cry and write all they want to their heart's content that Apollo Crews got screwed. How are you going to get Apollo Crews getting screwed out of that? Looked like he was pinned clean in my eyes from where I was sitting. So what do you do now? Apollo Crews has had a shot at the Intercontinental Championship a handful of times. 6 times since November. 6 has not won the title once. Not once. Now you're going to try and convince me that this guy deserves another championship match? Why? The guy lost clean from where I was sitting. I don't give a fuck what happened. Now my question to Bruce and the fucking agents and the producers, this is the best you got? This is the best you have for this outcome? I'm going to further elaborate on that and ask you a follow-up question. Why was this match booked 3 weeks out from WrestleMania when you had every fucking intention of putting this match on WrestleMania for the title? I want to see some shill answer that question. I want to see some geek, some mark in the community come up with a valid answer to that question. I'll give you a fucking hint. You can't. Because WWE Creative fucking sucks. That's why. So you put these guys out there, you give them this fuck finish that looks terrible, ruins Apollo's momentum, makes Big E look like a fucking idiot, makes the referee look like a fucking idiot, So you put them out there and you come up with the one fucking outcome that makes everybody look stupid. For what? Because according to my watch, we're getting this match again in 3 weeks. Stipulation or no stipulation. For the Intercontinental title with Apollo Crews winning the fucking title. That's the only outcome I want to see. Why would you even try and maneuver an outcome like this, a conclusion to the match the way you did, with such small margin of error? You couldn't come up with anything else? Anything. Couldn't come up with Big E cheating? Couldn't come up with the referee being in the wrong position at the wrong time to count? I would have even taken a simple Jessica Carr out of position with Apollo Crews' foot underneath the fucking rope. Something. But you put them in that position with such small margin of error for them to fuck it up. Now, you just made your job a lot more difficult than it was on Friday night. Because Fastlane needed Apollo Crews and Big E for the Intercontinental title when we're just going to get the fucking match again on Sunday at Saturday or Sunday at WrestleMania. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And people want to say, JD's negative. JD doesn't like anything. Do you like anything that you watch? I don't think you've said anything positive to me at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I too intelligent for you? Is this not discussed on any shows? I wonder what's being discussed on podcasts now that you're not watching because you're here, and you should be here because I'm the best at what I fucking do. I want to see some fucking geek come up with those situations. You won't hear it. Oh, it was a great match for the 6 minutes. 6 minutes, it's a great match. It did. Apollo Crews great. Big E looked great. How? Where did they look great? Apollo had his heel run fucking... the way it happened, it was great. The brawl on Friday was great. This was fucking awful. Again, WWE batting 0 for 2, and we haven't even began the fucking pay-per-view. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's not over yet, folks. The one thing I did like about this show outside of Roman Reigns. Shout out to my boy Eric Bugenhagen. He was playing the role of someone named Joseph Average. Boogs was playing an Old Spice salesman, shilling deodorant. I'm sure Bruce Pritchard needs some, man. He's sweating when Vince McMahon's talking to him about what not to do. Joseph Average, a.k.a. Boogs, was selling Old Spice when Tozawa approached looking for the 24/7 champion, R-Truth. Truth was actually hiding behind the display of Old Spice. Joe Average, Boogs, won the 24/7 championship by pinning R-Truth because he was knocked over. Truth came out of the display, and he was on the ground, and Joseph Average was mulling about. He was upset that all the display got knocked over because it probably took him a hell of a lot of time to set up that display, so he was very upset. Crawling over R-Truth, trying to pick up all the deodorants. He ended up pinning R-Truth in the process, won the 24/7 title, and then R-Truth quickly rolled him up and took the title back. And then Akira Tozawa was afraid because Boogs had, I guess, a scent. One of the scents of the deodorant. The name of the deodorant on his shirt. And then he ran away because of what was said on Boogs' shirt. Listen, man, Boogs killed it. I thoroughly enjoyed his role here. And to be quite honest with you, man, the guy looks swole as fuck. Why he's not on NXT TV right now, I don't know, man. Give me some air guitar Bugenhagen, really. Let's see that fucking heavy metal blood flow through the veins, man. We need somebody like that. Come on. Good stuff there. Shane McMahon. Remember when I talked about Shane McMahon? We've seen Shane McMahon clips working out, boxing in the ring, tweaking his knee, twisting his knee. Adam Pearce, for some reason, was out there like he was Shane McMahon's personal fucking trainer. Don't know why. Elias and Riker were in the ring. Elias was about to play guitar. Shane entered the ring and informed him that he would be taking on Braun Strowman tonight. By the way, Shane McMahon had a Stupid Express shirt on. Now, I don't know where this shirt was made, but I would absolutely love a Stupid Express Braun Strowman mock t-shirt. Somebody get me one. I'll provide you a P.O. box. You send it to me. I'd love one. Seriously. Whee! Braun Strowman, the Stupid Express is coming on true. Whee! So we got Braun Strowman versus Elias. I'm asking myself, why? Why, God? Why, God? Why must you punish me? Really? I mean, aren't you punishing me enough that we have to sit through goddamn fucking Fastlane on a Sunday night, a beautiful Sunday night here in New York City, man? It was fucking 62 degrees today. Had the fucking windows open in the house, every fucking window open in the house, all the nice spring breeze coming on in. Then I gotta sit down and watch Braun Strowman and Elias on goddamn pay-per-view? Who asked for that? Who asked for that? Seriously. Did Bruce get on his hands and knees while he watched Braveheart this past weekend and prayed to fuck me over? Fucking shit, man. Why was this happening? Braun Strowman wins in 4 minutes. I even asked after the match, why did this fucking happen? Why did we need this? Did we really need this on pay-per-view? You couldn't get me Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania without giving me Elias? WWE, here's a fucking clue, bro. Here's a clue, Bruce. Less is more. Less is more. This pay-per-view could have been over at 9 o'clock. Strowman wins in 4 minutes. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go back to your... Riddle. Matt Riddle, the comedy geek. He was rolling around on his scooter backstage after his win over Ali. He ran across Shinsuke Nakamura in the back. And he had a business idea about scooters. So he's talking to Shinsuke Nakamura about scooters. He went on and on and on about his cousin and this scooter. And he tripped himself up on the scooter. He got himself injured. Whatever the fuck this guy was talking about. So he was talking and talking and talking. He was drifting off away into a conversation all by himself. He looks over. Nakamura's not there anymore. Nakamura walked away. So Matt Riddle was like, I got you, bro. You probably went to go talk and think over about the scooters. I'll catch you later. And then he rides away with the United States title on his fucking scooter. This is what Matt Riddle has resulted in. You do know that somebody was paid to write that promo tonight, right? Somebody was paid to write that promo and hand it to Matt Riddle. Maybe it was Matt Riddle who wrote the fucking promo himself, man. I don't know. This comes off as cheesy, campy comedy, man. This is not Matt Riddle that we remember in NXT. Matt Riddle in NXT was genuine. They're just trying way too hard with Matt Riddle on the main roster, man. Just let him fucking be. No more scooters, no more fucking bro nuts, no more pizza. I know the guy loves his pizza, but Christ. Start worrying about finding this guy an opponent for WrestleMania. That's what you need to do. We go from that to Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. This was an excellent match. 13 minutes. Both of these guys are very good professional wrestlers. You don't need me to tell you that at all. And this was awesome. This is all about Rollins getting to Cesaro at WrestleMania. There's one thing that WWE did right. They did not. See, this is what I don't understand. WWE, they could have easily given you Rollins and Cesaro at Fastlane. They didn't do it. They gave you Nakamura instead because Nakamura was tag team champions with Cesaro and they are good buddies. So they had Rollins go through Nakamura and then they're going to give you Rollins versus Cesaro at WrestleMania. That's the right way to go about it. But why did we get Big E and Apollo Crews knowing that we're going to get Big E and Apollo Crews in 3 weeks at WrestleMania? You could not leave that off the fucking show? I don't know. Or do a tag team match? Something. I don't get it, man. Rollins defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in what was a very good match. Should have happened on TV, to be quite. All this shit that you watched tonight should have been on TV. But who the fuck am I? They started slow, and then Nakamura got an early advantage. Rollins took over. Right after that, he got Nakamura with a series of knees. Rollins followed up with a backbreaker for a near fall. Rollins then slowed down the pace on Nakamura, hit a knee drop. Rollins continued to work over Nakamura, started yelling into the camera about Cesaro, giving him the giant swing 22 times. He was yelling at Corey Graves 22 times. Talking about Cesaro was Rollins. So Rollins then teased, giving Nakamura the big Cesaro swing. So Nakamura fought back, went for an armbar. Rollins made it to the ropes. Nakamura took over, hit a sliding dropkick on Rollins, followed up with a knee on the apron. They're on the outside now. Then they're back in the ring. Nakamura hit a huge knee in the corner, went for a near fall. Nakamura attempted a knee off the second turnbuckle. Rollins knocked him to the floor, and he took a nasty fucking bump, man. Landed flat on his back from the second turnbuckle to the outside, did Nakamura, man. And then he followed up, did Rollins with a beautiful suicide dive. Rollins hit a springboard knee to the face, followed up by a sling blade, went for a cover, only got a near fall. Rollins attempted a buckle bomb, but Nakamura escaped, hit a knee to the back of the head. Nakamura followed up with a sliding German suplex as he slid to the outside. Very nice spot by Nakamura. Nakamura went for the Kinshasa, but Rollins countered with a buckle bomb, followed up with a Falcon's Arrow, muscled him up, went for a cover, got a near fall. Rollins attempted the curb stomp, but Nakamura avoided it. Rollins went for the running knee. Nakamura ducked. Rollins countered by hooking his leg on Nakamura to deliver a kick to the back of the head. Really ingenious offense there by Seth Rollins. I'm not doing it justice, but you got to go back and watch. It was like fucking some special move in some fighting game he pulled off. Really nicely done there. Rollins then hit the curb stomp for the win, and that was it. That was it. Rollins gets the win, and he now focuses his attention on Cesaro. Simple. Nothing more. No Cesaro tonight. Rollins beats his best friend. Now he focuses his attention on Cesaro. Very simple booking. We got Drew McIntyre next with Sheamus. But before that, they actually did a promo. A coming attraction. Rhea Ripley is debuting on Monday Night Raw. So Rhea Ripley is now going to Raw. Andrade is free. Did Andrade get released? Some people in the chat are saying Andrade got released. What are you guys talking about? They made the tweet? Did they tweet it out? I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet, folks. You may be jumping the gun here. Andrade getting released. Anyway, talking about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, the coming attraction for Rhea Ripley. I give her 2 months before she's buried on Monday Night Raw. JD, check Twitter. Let's see. WWE has come to terms on the release of Andrade. We wish him the best in all his future endeavors. Look at that. Thank you, Issa, for the tweet. Appreciate you. This is fantastic news. There you go. He probably has a 90-day non-compete. Mr. Tony Khan, pick up the phone. Start negotiating with him now. Sign Zelina Vega and bring him into AEW with Zelina Vega and do it right. What a shame, man. What a fucking shame. Guy was absolutely brilliant in NXT, called up to the main roster, and WWE lets a fucking top-tier talent like that go. It's the one thing that pisses me off the most, man. It really does. Wasting talent. Wasting talent. How could you have somebody like that on the main roster and not fucking use him? What a joke. Why, because he can't speak fucking English? WWE takes what Triple H has molded to perfection, and they love ruining it. This guy should have been at the top of the fucking show he was on as soon as he debuted. And they did nothing with him. And if they let somebody like Andrade go, folks, what's to say they don't do that with Keith Lee? Who's to say Keith Lee doesn't feel the same way that Andrade does? Good on him, man. Good on him. Hopefully he finds success somewhere. Rhea Ripley, she's coming to Monday Night Raw. I have no hope for Rhea Ripley at all. The only thing I could say before we move on to Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, the only thing I could say is that they're bringing her to Raw 3 weeks before WrestleMania because she is absolutely going to factor into WrestleMania plans. Absolutely going to factor into WrestleMania plans. Because WWE knows there's nobody for Asuka. Nobody. It's not Peyton Royce. It's not Lacey Evans, who's pregnant. It's not Dana Brooke or Mandy Rose. It's not Ruby Riott or Liv Morgan. It's none of those. It's not Lana. It's not Naomi. They got no competition for Asuka. So Rhea Ripley's going to come and destroy whoever she's got to destroy in 1 or 2 weeks. Claim that she's ready for Asuka right now. There's your WrestleMania Raw Women's Championship. Vince wants WrestleMania to be bigger. I'd take that over Asuka and Charlotte again. Charlotte doesn't even need to be on WrestleMania. The show sucks with or without Charlotte Flair. Moving on. No holds barred. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Folks, I don't know what you want me to say on top of what I've already said the last 3 times these guys wrestled. What would you like me to say? And to be honest with you, everybody's going to say the same thing. Drew McIntyre was great here. Sheamus was great. They beat the shit out of each other. I could watch these guys beat the shit out of each other all night long. Drew McIntyre has done some great work with Sheamus. They know each other professionally for 20 years. Sheamus has done some of the best in-ring work of his entire career in this year alone so far. And we're only in March. What else would you like me to say about these two guys? We've seen this match now 4 different times in this year alone. But I'll tell you what, folks. Here's another question for you. Why exactly did these two wrestle? Why exactly did these two wrestle? Did this match have meaning? Was there something on the line in this match? Was there a number 1 contendership on the line in this match? Was Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania title shot on the line in this match? Nothing was on the line here. This match was predictable. This match was unimportant. This match was downright irrelevant. And it was completely unnecessary for tonight's show. And that's because WWE already announced Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley for the WWE title on Monday Night Raw before they announced that Drew McIntyre would be wrestling Sheamus. So you messed everything up. What exactly did Drew McIntyre do to get the title shot with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania? Wasn't he, or wouldn't it make more sense for him to beat Sheamus at Fastlane and then you announce the match on Monday, tomorrow, with Bobby Lashley? Or am I thinking about this all wrong? This match did not make any sense. Thus, I don't give a fuck what they did to each other. All you're doing at that point is risking injury to Drew McIntyre 3 weeks before WrestleMania by putting him in a match with one of the baddest motherfuckers on the roster and making it a no-holds-barred match. You could break all the tables in the arena you want. You could fucking break Thunderdome screens. You could have them wrestle in the back and slam them on the AstroTurf there at Tropicana Field. You could do whatever you want. It's not going to make a lick of a difference. The match still doesn't matter. That's what you did. So why would I care? Why would I care? Accolades, match of the year, candidate, who cares? It did not make sense. And you announced this match after you announced your main event for WrestleMania, which made this match completely useless. No, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm some geek who lives in his mother's basement who fucking yells at professional wrestling on YouTube. Yeah, okay. And you're a fucking idiot who watches everything and, man, this is great. Ma, look my Sheamus. Great match. Doesn't mean shit. So they wasted no time right out of the gate, trading shots. McIntyre came out with this fucking... I guess Bruce was watching Braveheart on Saturday night and then called up Vince McMahon. Vince. Oh, maybe we should dress McIntyre up in war paint like Mel Gibson in Braveheart. You know, I'm watching it, man. You know, I'm watching on my couch. I'm in my tighty whities. I'm drinking a glass of whiskey. I got Kevin Dunn sitting next to me. He's chomping on some wood over here. Maybe we should do Braveheart. Bruce. That's a great idea, Bruce. You get an extra 5 minutes with my left testicle on Sunday night. You fucking serious? Give me a break, man. So they wasted no time. McIntyre out there with fucking Scottish colors on his face. Sheamus with a belly-to-belly suplex sent him to the floor. Sheamus then fought back, sent McIntyre over the barricade. They traded shots on the outside. McIntyre eventually recovered, hit a belly-to-belly suplex on the floor. McIntyre cleared off the announce table, pulled out kendo sticks from underneath the ring. Sheamus jumped McIntyre, sent him into the ring post. McIntyre hit another belly-to-belly suplex on the floor. Sheamus went flying into the steel steps. Sheamus rocked McIntyre with a knee as he entered the ring. Sheamus took over, hit McIntyre with a kendo stick several times. McIntyre fought back, rocked Sheamus with a Glasgow kiss. Then McIntyre, in a sick spot, grabbed the kendo stick or the end of the kendo stick, started jamming it into Sheamus's eye, which brought me back. I've been watching The Walking Dead again, and I'm in the middle of season 3. Michonne just stabbed the governor in the eyeball before she actually killed his daughter, by the way, which was awesome. Just to see the look on his face when that happened. Michonne takes a piece of glass from the fish tanks that had all the rotting heads in it. They're brawling around his office. She takes this glass, jabs it into his fucking eye. Sick shit. Reminded me of that, but obviously a little less brutal. So, the kendo stick shots were stiff and brutal here. Sheamus rolled to the floor. McIntyre charged at Sheamus, but he moved and sent him into the steel steps. They fought on top of the announce desk. McIntyre attempted the future shock DDT, but Sheamus avoided it. He ended up throwing Sheamus off the table into the barricade. They brawled around the Thunderdome into the stands. McIntyre attempted a suplex, but Sheamus countered with his own suplex. They fought on the platforms in front of all the big virtual geeks out there. Sheamus took over after hitting a rolling senton on the Thunderdome platform. Sheamus set up for an old rolling senton, but McIntyre broke free. He then threw Sheamus off the platform, and he went crashing into the screens down below, which exploded with AEW exploding deathmatch, barbed wire deathmatch sparks flying all over the place. Probably a bigger explosion than what happened at Revolution. So WWE, let me get this right. You are trying to make this match seem as brutal as it could be, and it means nothing. And you're out there breaking equipment, breaking tables, risking injuries God knows how much that Thunderdome cost to build and set up, but you're out here breaking it as if you could just go buy one at fucking Best Buy tomorrow morning. You fucking serious? Why are you overcompensating when you don't need to overcompensate? It's very bizarre. So McIntyre placed Sheamus on a box and rolled him back to ringside. McIntyre then gave Sheamus a suplex on the floor again outside. McIntyre tried to carry Sheamus back in the ring, but Sheamus poked him in the eye. Bro kick. McIntyre went flying over the barricade. And then McIntyre, he went right through the announce table with a white noise by Sheamus. Sheamus then threw McIntyre back in the ring. He was looking to win this thing. Grabbed a piece of the announce desk. Finish came when Sheamus attempted an Alabama slam on this piece of the announce table. McIntyre countered into a future shock DDT. And then he hit the Claymore kick with the leg slap. So I don't know how much fun that's going to be. Showed it in the replay and everything, man. Leg slap by Drew McIntyre off the Claymore kick, and he wins. And that's it. Looked like he was going to cry at the end of the match. He was looking down at Sheamus after the war that they had. Bro, you're in the WrestleMania main event whether you win or lose. Fuck you crying about? Now go lose to Bobby Lashley because nobody wants to see you win the fucking WWE Championship. Great match. I love both of these guys. McIntyre's a great wrestler. Sheamus is doing the best work of his career. Who gives a shit? I could be a pro wrestling fan by being critical as well. The match meant nothing because WWE did things backwards and they made you look like a fucking idiot to believe that this match had importance. It did. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Alexa Bliss pinned a 14-time World Heavyweight Champion in Randy Orton. This will go down in the record books when all is said and done, folks. Randy Orton lost to a woman. Unreal. In a match that I wouldn't even constitute as a match. A match that was more theater than anything. A match that had so much theatrics and bells and whistles that I thought I was watching a goddamn fucking Penn and Teller show. I swear on my grandfather's tomb, man. If you enjoy this shit, there's something mentally wrong with you. There really is. This shit is fucking made for children. The maximum age of enjoyment here has to be 3rd grade. I don't get it. Now, granted, Alexa Bliss, I've said it, gonna say it again, I prefer her in this role than I do anything else she's done. I'd rather her in this role than actually wrestling. But man, oh man, if you got these theatrics and fire and her doing creepy shit by looking up at the ceiling and you got lighting fixtures falling down to the fucking ring, I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. This is absolutely a clown show of epic proportions. This wasn't even a match. It was more of an angle to set up the return of the Fiend, which we got. They did a bunch of special effects. This was one bad horror movie on a bad wrestling show. So, Orton, he was on the turnbuckle. He immediately starts spitting up black goo. So right away, he's spitting up black goo during his ring entrance. He jumps off the turnbuckle, goes to the timekeeper, asks for a towel. He's wiping his mouth. And Bliss made her entrance to some really spooky, weird remix of her own theme music mixed with the Firefly Funhouse theme music. So she entered the ring. She was skipping and waving at Randy Orton. She was giggling at Randy Orton. The bell rang. So you got Orton on one side of the ring, Alexa Bliss on the other. And Orton had his hoodie on. He didn't even take off his hoodie. He moved in on Bliss. He was about to approach Alexa Bliss. And then fire blasted up in the middle of the ring between them. Now, you didn't see it. It was probably edited post-edit. I believe this match was taped. It had to be taped. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to pull off all this shit that they did in this match, all this special effects. So, Randy Orton was approaching Alexa Bliss. There was a wall of fire that shot up, and Randy Orton jumped back, not to get burned. Swear to God, man, I'm a big Destiny 2 player. I'm a Hunter main. But this looked like somebody threw a fucking Titan grenade or a Warlock grenade in the middle of the ring and it exploded right in front of Randy Orton. So we got fire blasting up. Orton jumped backwards. He then dove at Bliss. She moved and went flying outside, and he went flying into the ring post. Shoulder first. And then Bliss, she was walking on ringside, and Randy Orton was chasing her from behind. She stops, looks up, and then she looks at Randy Orton again, and then right in between them, a lighting fixture from the Thunderdome falls from the ceiling right down in between them. So then back in the ring, Alexa Bliss then throws a lightning bolt or a fireball, looks like, out of her wrist. Randy Orton deflected it like he was deflecting a fucking Hadouken from Ken Masters in Street Fighter. I don't know what I'm watching at this point. So the announcers noted that Randy Orton blocked a fireball with his shoulder. Now I know Randy Orton knows how to fucking block fire. Awesome. What level do I acquire that at, Randy Orton? I'd love to know. All of a sudden, Randy Orton standing there, an arm reaches through the mat of the ring. Looks like some fucking weird creature, right? We all knew it was Bray Wyatt. He's got burn marks. He's got burned flesh all over his arm. Randy Orton doesn't know, doesn't see it. Bray Wyatt and this arm grabs Randy Orton by the foot. And then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt emerges from the ring, and he stands there, and he's got this burned flesh, and he's got this burning flesh-looking mask. He's got his signature Fiend smile. He's got what looks to be fucking a vest that looks charred. Looks like he's got charred pants that had red lining near the crotch. He stood there. He gave Randy Orton a Sister Abigail. Alexa Bliss goes to cover Randy Orton in a way that made geeks drool. All the Alexa Bliss stans wanted to be Randy Orton in that one moment for 3 seconds. She gets up, they stand together, and Bray Wyatt returns for their impending garbage encounter at WrestleMania 37. Folks, I'm going to say this very quickly because I don't want to sit here and talk about child fucking bullshit like Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. All right? Bray Wyatt was better off staying dead and buried. I don't find any redeeming qualities in this whatsoever. This was childish. This was corny. This was out of a fucking D-level fucking horror movie. I don't know who is excited about this. I don't know who looks at this and says it's storytelling. In all the years that I grew up watching The Undertaker, in all the years that I grew up watching Kane, I don't remember The Undertaker ever doing as much as what we've been seeing with Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss, and Bray Wyatt. We might have gotten the occasional lightning bolt, or we might have gotten the occasional fire from Kane, or the fucking urn, and the goddamn mist coming out of the urn. But it fit in that era of pro wrestling. In 2021, it doesn't fit. All I'm looking at as a viewer is WWE overcompensating for a dead character that they have no creative vision for. Alexa Bliss was doing the best work of her career when it was just them without the theatrics. Bray Wyatt was something special when he won the Universal Championship and had the Universal Championship the first time before you took it off of Bray Wyatt to give it to Goldberg. Bray Wyatt almost was dead before that. And then you just sealed a deal in Saudi Arabia. And now you're expecting me, after everything that this guy's done on television since then, with this, you expect me to now believe in Bray Wyatt? You expect me to be excited about Bray Wyatt? He looks like a mixture of Texas Chainsaw Massacre with fucking Jason from Friday the 13th mixed with Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers creepers, where are those peepers? Jeepers creepers, where are those eyes? Or whatever the fuck the song was. You fucking serious? This is Randy Orton's WrestleMania program. Randy Orton versus Jeepers creepers. Man, color me fucking excited. Jesus Christ. Straight trash. What happens now? What are you gonna Bray Wyatt wrestle with burned fucking flesh the entire fucking time? Let me see this guy heal up magically. He'll show up in the fun house. There'll be no fucking burns on him. You fucking serious? People are telling me, oh, he's not gonna stay that way. Yeah, because third-degree burns, right? Just go away overnight. They go away magically. You guys are fucking... I tell you, man. You guys are fucking something. You guys are something, man. Oh, Bray Wyatt is dead, man. The guy was dead. The guy was dead at Hell in a Cell. The guy was dead in Saudi Arabia. The guy was dead in Strowman with the swamp match. The guy is dead. 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 Might as well stay home and gain some more quarantine weight, please. WWE took what was great and ruined it. They seen dollar signs and ruined it. Nothing stays good in WWE. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, Universal Championship match. This was fucking fantastic, man. This was absolutely fantastic. This match was a WrestleMania main event at a D-level pay-per-view. And Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan gave you everything that they had tonight to make you want to see this again at WrestleMania. They did their fucking job. They did their job. And now, in the end, I would be shocked if anybody wants to see Edge and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 1-on-1. Now, the commentary team, they clearly said, oh, Roman Reigns is going on to defend the title against Edge at WrestleMania. No, he's not. No, he's not. Daniel Bryan's being included. They set it up brilliantly. Some people actually had a problem with the way that this match was booked. Some people had a problem with the way Daniel Bryan made Roman Reigns tap behind the referee's back. Some people said Roman Reigns was made to look weak in this match. I don't see any of those things. I don't see any of those things at all. Special ringside enforcer here was Edge. Roman Reigns came out with Paul Heyman only. Fantastic match. Probably will be one of the best matches of the entire year when we look back at this year. The story was told brilliantly. Bryan was a unbelievable babyface. Roman Reigns played his role perfectly like he usually does. I have nothing bad to say about this match outside of one instance in the match that made me scratch my head, and it looked fucking stupid. Bryan was taunting Reigns, playing with him, mocking him, ducking in and ducking out. He was being a very pesky babyface, wanting to get Roman Reigns in a position where he could take him down. And that was the story of this match. Bryan was being overly annoying to Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns was becoming very angry over time. So Bryan attempted an armbar. Reigns broke quickly out of that. Bryan hit a series of kicks to the legs again. Bryan was countered into a side headlock. One of the most devastating side headlocks I think I've ever seen was Roman Reigns to Daniel Bryan. So Bryan slipped out of this headlock, worked over Reigns' shoulder and hand. He was doing some joint manipulation. He was doing some Pete Dunne bullshit in this match. Really cringy stuff, man. Cringy in a good way. Because shoulders and limbs don't bend the way that Roman Reigns' arms was being bent back here. So Bryan slipped out, like I said. He was doing some joint manipulation. Reigns regained control. Backed Bryan into a corner. Bryan fought back, caught Reigns with a drop kick. Bryan went back to attacking Reigns and his arm and his legs. Reigns again briefly took over, but Bryan continued to fight back. Bryan ran up the corner, charged at Reigns, but he countered with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker or a side slam it was, and Bryan's head during this tilt-a-whirl side slam bounced off the mat I don't know if you guys watched that, but he looked to be in a dazed state. He grabbed his head almost immediately. I'm sure he was good to go after that, but the referee went to quickly check on him. It looked really fucked up. And that's not the only situation in which Bryan took a beating here, where I legitimately thought he got hurt. So Reigns took over. Edge was on the outside looking down at this match going on. Followed up with a suplex for a near fall on Bryan. Reigns slowed the pace down like he usually does, working as a heel, working methodical. Reigns continued the assault. Bryan tried to make a babyface comeback, but for a couple of minutes there, Reigns was just in complete control. Reigns charged at Bryan, but he moved. Reigns crashed into the corner. Bryan recovered, hit a running drop kick in the corner. He attempted a hurricane run off the top rope, but Reigns, he held onto Bryan in mid-hurricane rana, walked him down off the top rope, and applied a Boston Crab. Nicely done there by Roman. Bryan fought back, rolled up Reigns for a near fall. Bryan sent Reigns to the floor, attempted a fucking suicide dive, almost landed headfirst into the announce desk. It looked legitimately like Roman Reigns saved Bryan from crashing headfirst into the table, caught him mid-plancha or mid-suicide dive, and slammed him on the floor. That was Roman Reigns thinking on the spot there, and he turned it into a power slam from the suicide dive. Unbelievable stuff there by Roman. That was awesome. Bryan slipped out the back, pushed him into the ring post. So they went from that dive. Reigns caught him, power slammed him on the floor. Bryan was up in the air. Reigns wanted to spear him into the turnbuckle, or the steel post, rather. Bryan slipped out the back. He shoved Reigns into the steel post. And he followed up with a knee off the apron. Back in the ring, Bryan goes to the top, missile dropkick. All this happening one after the other. He rocked Reigns with some yes kicks. Reigns backed him into a corner. Reigns attempted a power bomb, but Bryan reversed into a hurricanrana finally. Followed up with another big kick to the back of the head. He goes for a near fall and gets a 2 count on Reigns. Bryan then takes Reigns' arms and stomps him, repeatedly transitioned into the yes lock. Reigns almost made it to the ropes, but Bryan rolled to the middle of the ring and reapplied the yes lock. Reigns broke free, hit a big power bomb with a cover for a 2. Reigns attempted a spear, but Bryan caught him with a kick to the face. Suddenly, the referee was standing directly behind Roman Reigns. The referee was standing behind Roman Reigns. Not one instance did the referee try to move out of the fucking way. He legitimately had his hand on Roman Reigns' shoulder and did not move. He looked like a completely clueless buffoon in this situation. He just stood there behind Reigns instead of moving out of the fucking way and moving away from the competitors in the match. He stood behind Reigns and got obliterated by Daniel Bryan. Absolutely ridiculously booked was that referee spot. I did not like that. It made the referee look like a fucking idiot. So the referee got blasted. Running knee to the referee. Reigns hit a spear on Bryan. Corey Graves was yelling that there's no referee. Edge jumped into the ring. He was acting as the interim referee here. So Reigns attacked Bryan. Reigns was arguing with Edge. Bryan reversed into the yes lock again. Jey Uso runs out. Rocked Edge with a super kick out of nowhere. Caught Bryan with the super kick as well. So Reigns is in control now because of Jey Uso. Edge is down. Referee's down. Bryan's down. Uso grabbed the chair. Sent Edge into the ring post. Uso then used the chair. He tried to hit Bryan with the chair. Bryan avoided it. Bryan got the chair, beat Uso down with it 3 or 4 different times. He noticed the referee was down. He peeked over the ring ropes to see if the referee was still down. Referee was still down. Bryan wanted to use the chair to his advantage. So he went to hit Reigns with the chair. Reigns moved. Edge was in the way. Bryan accidentally hits Edge with the steel chair. Edge goes down. Reigns charged at Bryan. Bryan transitions into the yes lock from a Reigns spear. Reigns eventually succumbs to the yes lock and taps out ever so gingerly on Bryan's hand. He tapped out. Clear as day, Roman Reigns tapped out, but there was no referee. Edge gets up with Bryan in the S-lock, takes the chair, blasts Daniel Bryan with the chair, takes the chair, blasts Roman Reigns with the chair. Edge was furious, yelling. The emotion was real by Edge. This is mine. This is mine. This is all mine, he says. Edge stormed off, red in the face. Reigns crawled over to Daniel Bryan, pins him 1, 2, 3. And Roman Reigns retains the Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan loses. We're looking at Edge versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. A lot of people said the tap out was weak. The tap out was not weak. The tap out was not weak at all. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't like the tap out. The tap out was fucking beautiful. Roman Reigns looked like a goddamn fucking beast in this thing. What is there not to like? Daniel Bryan made it a mission to tap out Roman Reigns in the last 2 weeks of SmackDown TV. Daniel Bryan made it a mission to go to WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan had his back against the wall. Daniel Bryan in that position is going to do anything he can to get by. He made a promise to everybody to tap out Roman Reigns. Jesse, my partner on Wednesday, sent me a quote from Bret Hart. And it was beautiful. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to use this on the show. All good baby faces do exactly as they promise to do. Bret Hart. It's a quote from Bret Hart. What didn't you like about the tap out? Why do you think Roman Reigns looks weak? The referee was down on the ground. Daniel Bryan looks like a triumphant babyface even in defeat. Roman Reigns retains the title. I think everybody's a winner here, folks. Can't have Daniel Bryan tap out Roman Reigns with the referee. That's just stupid. It's never going to happen. Can't have Daniel Bryan go into this match and look weak. He's going to be part of the WrestleMania main event. You got to make him look strong. They did just that. So Roman looked strong. He retains the title. Daniel Bryan looked strong. He tapped out Roman Reigns even with the referee down. Daniel Bryan tapped out Roman Reigns. Edge got upset because Bryan hit him. Edge took offense to it. Edge made his anger get the best of him. He attacked Daniel Bryan without thinking in the moment because he was so angry. Edge just cost himself a one-on-one match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Because from my vantage point, from your vantage point, Edge, he was the enforcer. He let things break down. He didn't supply Daniel Bryan with a clean slate to win this match fairly. And from my eyes and from my vantage point, from where I was sitting, Edge is the reason why Daniel Bryan lost the match, because the last thing I saw was Edge beating Daniel Bryan with a steel chair. Edge let the anger get the best of him. And now Daniel Bryan's all but confirmed for the main event of WrestleMania. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Edge for the Universal Championship. You don't like it? Tough shit. Roman Reigns and Edge. Let me tell you something, geeks. It's not a WrestleMania main event. Maybe a SummerSlam main event. Maybe a Money in the Bank main event. Maybe a Royal Rumble main event on the undercard. It's not a WrestleMania main event. You want to see a 47-year-old Edge? Look at Edge on SmackDown on Friday night. It looked like Grandpa Edge in final form. Guy's out of shape. Guy's a great fucking professional wrestler, don't get me wrong. Guy's selling his ass off, selling the ribs. You don't really sell anybody doing that type of sell job. I get it. I'm not an idiot. But he didn't look like a WrestleMania main event. You're going to put him next to Roman Reigns in the main event? You're going to make me believe that Edge is going to beat Roman Reigns? Are you fucking mental? Edge on a fucking given Sunday, at the best he's ever looked, is not beating Roman Reigns in this form. Roman Reigns is not losing. Here's a spoiler for you folks. Roman Reigns may lose the title on WrestleMania Sunday, on night 2. But he's not getting pinned. Edge may pin Daniel Bryan. That's the only outcome that I see. It's either Reigns winning or Edge winning the title by pinning Daniel Bryan. There's no believable way you could look at Edge and say, man, he's good enough to beat Roman Reigns. No, he's not. There's nobody on this fucking roster good enough to beat Roman Reigns. Edge is the third wheel. Edge is legitimately the third wheel going into WrestleMania. Granted, it makes the match better with Bryan included, but Edge is the third wheel. And Edge, if there were fans in that arena tonight, Edge would be a bigger heel than Roman Reigns right now. WWE's lucky that there's no fans in attendance. It sucks that there's no fans in attendance because I would have loved to see Edge turn heel in that moment and him get booed out of the building. But the fact of the matter is that there's no fans. WWE's lucky because Edge would be the biggest heel walking into that match, not Roman Reigns. But Edge, the way he acted, attacking Daniel Bryan, ruining the title match or the title opportunity for Daniel Bryan, that to me is a heel. And that's exactly what Edge needed. This babyface Edge bullshit is not working, man. Edge as a babyface is fucking criminal. It wasn't good last year. It wasn't good this year. And WWE made the change because they knew it wasn't working. For all the shit that I got about Edge and Roman not being a main event, why are they putting Daniel Bryan in the main event? Because Edge and Roman is not a WrestleMania main event. There was no interest. There was no interest there. If you're a Bryan fan like me, you're getting your WrestleMania main event. You got Bryan and Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania. If you're an Edge fan, you're getting a greater opportunity for Edge to win the world title now because Bryan is there, so that means Roman doesn't have to take the pin. But there's no way anybody's going to think Edge and Roman is a solid one-on-one main event for us. It's not. Babyface Edge? Give me a break. How many times have we seen the babyface shit done? The fact that Edge turned heel, I think, tonight, may give Daniel Bryan the fucking opportunity to win the world title. Edge might not even get the world title. It might go from Bryan back to Roman, with Edge taking the pin from Bryan. And then Roman beating Bryan because look at what they gave you tonight. If that doesn't signify WrestleMania main event, I don't know what the fuck. Those guys can main event any show on any planet, in any promotion, on any night. What do you want to see more, Edge and Roman or after tonight, Bryan and Roman? I'm going to go with Bryan and Roman. Edge is a third wheel. So we'll see what happens, man. I need to see some concertos on Friday. I need to see heel Edge. I need to see the rated R superstar. Not this, I'm coming back, I'm babyface Edge, this is my moment, and I'm going to write this thing the way I want. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. You're back. You're one of the boys. You're in the locker room. You, by any means necessary, go and take what you want because you're fucking Edge. You go and take. Enough of this fucking goody two-shoes bullshit. Cheat. You're the ultimate opportunist. You're going into the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest of all time. We all loved Edge as a dick. Show me. That's the Edge that we want. Not this fucking goody two-shoes, I gotta do this for me bullshit. No. It's not gonna get you anywhere. So we'll see you on Friday. Is Edge heel? I don't know. Certainly acted heelish to me tonight. Daniel Bryan, all but confirmed in the main event. The way that ended up, triple threat match at WrestleMania. Bryan, Reigns, Edge. That's your night 2 main event. How WWE ends it, we will see. Guys, I appreciate you. That is the Fastlane 2021 review. Super chats are coming on in. Get them on in, man. We're going to hang out at the end of the show. And I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me here, man. If you came for the review, you guys can stop by on Monday, and we will hang out with Raw. We got the Raw Fallout show on Monday night. I'll be live again on YouTube. If you guys want to hang out during the Super Chat, you are more than welcome. Please follow me on Twitter at JDfromNY206. That is JDfromNY206 on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Hit that thumbs up. We are 60 away from 1,000. 1,000 likes on the channel, man. Check out bonfire.com for your t-shirts. Patreon.com/JDfromNY206. And if you missed any of the content on the channel, links are down below. Also, make sure you guys go and check out Critiques and Connoisseurs, my other project, the ever-evolving project. Critiques and Connoisseurs, they got their own YouTube channel. Me and my boy Jason are doing big things with that. Already planning season 2. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to that and check out the latest videos on their channel. We got Stone Cold IPA. We got Terramana Tequila by Dwayne Johnson. We got Ortiz of the Inner Circle on there drinking some Screwball peanut butter whiskey with us. We got Ultimate Warrior red wine exclusive to WWE Shop. And we got episodes on Sasha Banks, Chris Jericho. And we got a video coming up that I can't wait to show you guys with Santana of the Inner Circle. He sat down and drank Screwball peanut butter whiskey and Jameson cold brew with us. So, can't wait to show you guys that, man. Excellent, excellent stuff coming up. Link is down below in the description. Let's hit these super chats, man. Get them on in. Let's hang out. Bryan, what was this? Raisin Bran. 151, $20 super chat. What's up, JD? There are clowns actually saying that Bryan ruined the main event of WrestleMania. And now he is going to ruin the main event of this year's WrestleMania. That's hilarious. By the way, drop a like, you goons. How did Bryan ruin the WrestleMania 30 main event? Bryan was the entire reason why WrestleMania 30 was good. Other than that, WrestleMania 30 was fucking awful. This match with Triple H was great. The triple threat match I didn't give a shit about. I just wanted the ending. But he beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in one night to win the WWE Championship. You can't get any more epic than that. The fuck is wrong with people, man? Justin Striplin with a $4.99 super chat. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan were the only great matches on this show. Everything else was complete trash. I agree, man. I absolutely agree. It's Fastlane. What do you expect? Scooter the U-Smith with a $2 super chat. Maybe it's just me, but the pay-per-view was boring. No, it wasn't you, man. The pay-per-view was boring. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. Absolutely boring and unnecessary pay-per-view with a good main event. WWE needs to get rid of Fastlane altogether, in my opinion. I absolutely agree, bro. Should not have had a pay-per-view 3 weeks before WrestleMania, man. It's just illogical, stupid shit. Rick O'Shea with a $4.99 super chat. Reigns is a paper champion. Please book one title match without a fuck finish. I thought he was a force of nature. Omega is greater than Roman times 100 billion, he says. Reigns is the biggest heel in the industry, bro. Fuck out of here. Reigns is a paper champion. You're blaming WWE Creative on Reigns. Everybody that Reigns has been in the ring with has been better because of it. That's a champion. When the likes of Charlotte Flair can do that, then come talk to me. Jonathan Costello with a $4.99 super chat. After that Bliss Fiend versus Orton match, I'm definitely canceling my Peacock. Absolutely cringe, and Fiend looks absolutely ridiculous. Yes, I agree, Jonathan. Issa in the chat. What? No, it's on. Let's fight. Yes, I know. Listen, Omega is doing great things, man, but Omega is not better than Roman Reigns. Stop the shit. Seriously, stop the shit. I mean, this is coming from a guy that shit on Roman Reigns, and everyone knows it for 6 years, man. Can I at least have my moment in the sun claiming that I've been right for the last 6 years? Please? Let me enjoy it. Scooter the U-Smith with a $5 super chat. Boring. I'd be asleep if I wasn't looking forward to off the script. Edge needs to just turn heel because he's getting on my nerves being in the main event. Marquand Phillips became a member of the channel. Now he's sitting VIP in this fine establishment. Thank you, Marquand. What are you drinking, bro? Are you old enough to drink, or am I getting you a fucking orange juice? Or I'll slip some vodka in there for you. Nobody will know. Team Forward with a $4 super chat. Fiend is back, but Alexa is still the star. 1,000% agree. Michael Raymond with a $5 super chat. I'm tired of the interferences in Roman matches. Take it up with fucking Bruce, bro. Take it up with my good old buddy, Bruce Pritchard. Take a great match and ruined it for me. Oh my God, it's so terrible. Bryan got into the main event of WrestleMania, man. Oh my God, it's so awful. Well, I want you guys to think back to the 1997 SummerSlam with Bret Hart and The Undertaker. With Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee, man. Did you all think that match with the interference that Shawn Michaels had? Did that match get fucked because of the ending? No. It's the greatest WWE Championship ending of any match ever. Guys are very overdramatic, man. Why are you all overdramatic? Go to the bar and get a fucking beverage, please. Calm the fuck down. Chris with a $4.99 super chat. What's up, JD and OTS fam? At the world-famous OTS venue. Can the chat say it with me? This show sucks. Thank you, JD, for everything you do, bro. Thank you, Chris. Marquand says in the chat, I don't drink, JD, and love the work, goon. I'm 29. Don't worry, bro. We'll get you a Shirley Temple. I'll throw some extra cherries in there for you, bro. Maurice Lionheart chat. And don't tell me you don't like Shirley Temples either, man. Might have to dump you. Maurice Jackson, $1.99 super chat. 80s wrestling is greater than today's wrestling. Ricochet, $4.99 super chat. Yes, guys, I know Andrade is free. Yes, I know. Yes, let's all rejoice in Andrade being free from WWE prison. Great. Awesome. La Sombra. He'll end up somewhere, man, after 90 days. Rick O'Shea with a $4.99 super chat. Hopefully this comment's a lot better than the first one. Mr. O'Shea. Only thing worse than Reigns looking Charmin. Only thing worse than Reigns looking Charmin soft was Kentucky Fiend chicken. Jesus Christ, people. Bro, listen, I'm gonna have to dump you. This fucking Reigns hate, man. Of all the things in WWE, you're complaining about Reigns having interference in his match? Wesley Jackson with a $10 super chat. Yo! I like the main event. Daniel Bryan didn't win the title, but he accomplished something no one else in WWE could do. He made Roman tap out. When you're a good heel and you make promises, you back them up, Wesley. Issa, I'm in Twitter prison. Why? Why are you in Twitter prison? What did you do? Did you make fun of Ryan Satin? Did you get into an argument with Sean Ross Sapp online? What happened? Come on, man. Florius Nation with a $10 super chat. What's up, JD? Mr. Seth Clownlands just tweeted out, what a pay-per-view. At WWE is the best wrestling in the world. Everyone busted their humps tonight. Proud. Hashtag WWE Fastlane. This was a very, very subpar pay-per-view. And WWE is not the best wrestling in the world. It's not. Rollins acting like a fucking geek on social media as usual. Michael Raymond with a $5 super chat. To save his career, Strowman should dress like a train conductor, become a model train enthusiast, and scream, choo-choo, here comes the pain train. Michael Raymond. That gimmick might get him over, bro. We don't want Braun Strowman over. Someone in the chat asked if I drink Trulies. The fuck is wrong with you, man? Do I look like I drink fucking Trulies? Huh? Jesus Christ. Bro, DMX hit me with a copyright strike and they suspended my account. I appealed it, but it might take a while. What? I thought we were allowed to use. I thought that was not a thing on Twitter, man. They're copyright striking people on Twitter for music? Man, me and Hodge used Hall & Oates. Out of Touch. It's a major 80s fucking anthem. We never got hit with some copyright bullshit like that. That's ridiculous, man. Over a 20-second clip I tweeted with his song months ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Listen, it's going to take a while. Everything takes a while. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Maurice Jackson with a $1.99 super chat. I just came here for the comments and the super chats. Thank you, Maurice. He also does a $1.99 super chat. Fastlane. Deshaun Turner becomes a new member. Sitting VIP in this fine establishment, bro. What are you drinking? Don't tell me you're also under 21 as well, man. You want a Shirley Temple too? What do you want, an apple juice? Which one do you want? I'm very limited behind the bar with non-alcoholic beverages, please. Ginger ale. Hopefully you're of age, man. Deshaun Turner. And here he is giving $10, man. JD, keep doing your thing, man. Jesse, if you're in the chat, how's you versus Edgar in a tables match? Winner gets first shot at Thunder Rosa. Listen, man, I wouldn't fuck with Thunder Rosa right now, man. She got blood in her eyes. She wants that women's championship. If Jesse crosses her path, he may be vanished off of the show on Wednesday. Deshaun says, give me a bottle of your best Jack Daniels. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Jackson. Jericho, 8131, $5 super chat. If it really is Bryan's last WrestleMania, imagine how great and how much emotion a title versus career match would be with him and Roman. Listen, man, they may be heading that way. They may be heading that way. Jesse's texting me. Don't worry where Edgar is, you fucking geek. Edgar's in the chat. They may be heading that way, Jericho. I would not mind that at all. Jack Brewer with a $10 super chat. This pay-per-view was terrible and forgettable. The best match was Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. The Fiend was terrible, and I don't care about the Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair story. They deserve a better storyline. Fuck yeah, man. How can Bryan Alvarez confirm it's the main event when we haven't seen it take place on SmackDown yet? Did they just make an announcement? Jack Brewer, thank you, bro. I said who, not where. Who is Edgar? He's the fucking bouncer in the goddamn club, clown. You got a problem? Take it up with him. He's sitting VIP with me, drinking a $15 craft beer. I know you wish you could be there next to me, but you're over there fucking, cursing Edgar out. You gotta be nice, man. You gotta play nice, okay? Gonna have to dump you. Raisin Brand 151, $5 super chat. The Fiend looked like Chucky at the end of Child's Play when they threw his body into the fire. LOL. Leave it to WWE to copy and mimic terrible fucking horror movies. Vinny Colombo. Hey, yo, Vinny Colombo. Listen, tell your mother her sauce was terrible, bro. You gotta season the red sauce, okay? If Titus is cooking pasta dishes, he had best cook his Italian food properly. Homemade pasta is a must, and I prefer Nana's spicy Arrabbiata sauce recipe. Listen, man, you're not gonna fuck with Titus and his pasta sauce, okay? Listen. Titus got the best sauce on the East Coast. Jesse says, I don't speak to the hired help here. I'm an EVP. An EVP of what? Are you making up fucking titles inside the venue? Now, come on, bro. Hey, yo, Vinny Colombo, thank you for the $5, okay? Appreciate you. Tell your mother I'll be over tomorrow for some cheesecake. Ricochet, $1.99. Titus will rise from catering to rule retribution. Hopefully not. Give me my Dominic Dijakovic on Monday Night Raw. Him versus Matt Riddle for the United States title. Come on. Chris with a $4.99 super chat. I don't know if anyone caught it, but I believe Orton Bliss match was taped. During Orton's entrance, there was a ton of sunlight inside the venue. Said that on the review, Chris. More than likely taped. There's no way they're doing those fire spots and the falling lighting fixtures during a live telecast. Maurice with a $1.99. Retribution was dead on arrival anyway. Absolutely. As soon as they started throwing fucking Molotov cocktails at some generator on the outside of the Performance Center, they were dead. Fox Guian. What a $5 super chat. JD, you're being a geek by putting Bayley and Sasha over Asuka. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Bayley and Sasha are greater than Asuka. Don't at me, virgins. Thank you. Fox, thank you for $5, bro. Shed Hopper with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, big fan. What would you think of a women's TV championship? I think we got enough women's championships on WWE TV. Brassman, $5 super chat. Hell to the gnaw. Sasha Banks needs to maintain the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania, or it will be a disappointment. Bro, the entire feud is already a fucking disappointment. They can't get any worse. Mr. Cake, there he is. $2 super chat. Graves commentary telegraphed Sasha winning at WrestleMania. I hope so. I don't know what you picked up on, but it needs to be the case. Absolutely needs to be the case. Big Wheezy with a $5 super chat. This show sucks. Thank Christ for JD's videos. Yeah, I know. Otherwise, you'd be forced to watch whoever else is live streaming in the community, and I know you guys don't want to do that. Oh, my God. Oh, man. You'll be forced to watch some geek with a fucked up haircut, man. Jack Brewer with a $10 super chat. Bayley was a better champion. Should have been Bayley versus Sasha at WrestleMania. They could have Sasha win. Then Bianca Belair could win at Summer. Listen, Jack, I booked this months ago. That very way. Bayley versus Sasha was always my WrestleMania match. The first video I made, I even stated Bianca Belair should win at a SummerSlam. We got a $10 super chat by Wilhelm Rupenshire. Still my favorite name out of all these fucking names, man. I'll never get over that one. JD, keep killing it, man. Hey, I could not help but feel that WWE missed out on a major WrestleMania main event by putting this Bryan vs. Reigns match on Fastlane instead. This match was epic. Mr. Rupenshire, I know all about it, bro. I've been saying this for the last 6 months. Nobody listens to me.
Oh, JD's negative. JD doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I do. You're just upset that I'm right all the fucking time. Chad Hopper with a $5 super chat. I mean a women's TV title instead of a women's tag team title. No. What they should have done in NXT was get rid of the women's tag team championships, move the women's tag team championships from the main roster to NXT, put them on Dakota and Raquel, and make a singles women's championship like an IC title. Make a singles championship that is similar to the men's North American championship for the women's division. That's what they should have done. What a bunch of fucking losers, man. What a bunch of losers, man. All the trolls coming into the chat, revealing and exposing themselves as virgins. Wow. Wow, man. Jermaine Presley with a $5 super chat. WWE had Sasha lose 2 pay-per-views by pinfall and expect the fans to believe Sasha is going to lose her 3rd pay-per-view and go 0-6 at WrestleMania. Bro, WWE booking Sasha Banks like trash is nothing new, man. I don't put anything past these people. Indigo with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD, much respect. Did you check out the latest episode of Broken Skull Sessions? It was fire. Anyways, another awesome weekend of content, bro. Indigo, no, man. I'm going to watch that on Tuesday, I believe. I'm going to watch that on Tuesday. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. I miss when Matt Riddle was something straight out of Wayne's World. Yeah, he's a geek on the main roster, and they're booking him with cringe comedy to laugh at him, not laugh with him. Jermaine Presley with another $5 super chat. So WWE had just told us that both Royal Rumble winners are going to lose because Edge and Bianca are not beating Sasha and Roman. If that is the case, man, I'm all right with that. Whatever. Jack Brewer with a $5 super chat. Penta L0M, Rey Fenix, and Andrade with Thea Trinidad as the manager. They could go for the trios titles when AEW finally makes that happen. I don't give a fuck what they do, man. Get him in AEW with Zelina as his manager. Mr. Cake with a $2 super chat. How many people wish to be Randy Orton there? Everyone. All the Alexa Bliss simps wished they were Randy Orton in that moment. Also, Mr. Cake says, Bryan is so good. He targeted Roman's arm throughout the whole match, and he hit the yes lock on that specific arm, which made Roman tap out. Mr. Cake, there's a reason why I have you around, bro. You're a fucking master of paying attention, man. Man, it's gotta be. He's rushing around like creating another name in YouTube, man. Another fucking useless name in the YouTube servers just to troll in my chat. I don't know, man. I got 2,000 people watching me. What are you doing, man? In your bedroom with the lube next to you on the nightstand with your box of tissues, huh? You thinking about what Randy Orton was doing tonight? Face up under Alexa Bliss's skirt? I know. I know you're gonna jerk off to that image tonight after I get off here, after I made my money. Fucking loser. Dr. Glorious, Canadian $5 super chat. In your opinion, who's more physically built, beautiful, and will be better in 5 years? Bianca Belair or Jade Cargill? Bianca Belair. Thank you, Glorious. $9.99 super chat by Phil. Hallelujah. Andrade has been released from his WWE contract. WWE wasted this man on the main roster. It's a shame. What was the best Andrade match you've seen, and where do you think he goes from here? Andrade versus Gargano, TakeOver Philadelphia. Nothing comes close. And he's going to AEW. Mr. Cake with $5 super chat. Bryan hitting Roman during the S-Lock reminded me of Benoit hitting his opponents during the crossface. Rafael DeLuna with a $1.99 super chat. JD is the GOAT. I know. Thank you, Rafael. Dave Melly with a $4.99 super chat. Edge would be used to put Roman over. I hope that's the case. I really hope that is the case, to be honest with you. JDE with a $5 super chat. Glad I didn't watch SmackDown Women's title build has been a bust. Glad you said it. Sasha winning is better for both of them in the long term. I think it's been terrible, man. They take something good and then ruin it, as always. King Prell with a $1.99 super chat. What's your favorite NXT TakeOver pay-per-view? TakeOver New York. Martez Govan with a $5 super chat. Bray Wyatt is back, so you can do the JoJo joke, please, JD. But you called it the triple threat match. And I'm a loyal listener since 2019, the best to do it. I know I called the triple threat match, and JoJo's fat ass, man. JoJo! My name is Bray Wyatt. Follow the buzzards, man. Phil with a $4.99 super chat. Everything Roman touches turns to gold. Happened with Kevin Owens, happened with Bryan tonight, even though we know Bryan is gold already. That's why he wears the gold glove, Phil. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. This is why Edge had that dynamic with John Cena and Jeff Hardy back then. Also, get Tony Chimmel for WrestleMania. Is he still even employed by WWE, man? I have no fucking idea. Glorious Nation with a $5 super chat. That Edge that cashed in on Undertaker on SmackDown May 2017, I remember very well. Thoughts on that moment? Awesome. Doesn't top what he did against John Cena at the New Year's Revolution show. That was awesome. JoJo! Man. Me and my Fireflies, man. Follow the buzzards, man. Eric Rowan, man. Braun Strowman. Edgar Estrada with a $20 super chat. Yo, you fucking goon. Edge becoming the ultimate opportunist again. I still don't want him to win the title. This is Roman's time to shine. Bryan did his job as usual. He's a workhorse, and Roman is still number one. JD is the GOAT. Would? Edgar, I know. And so are you, bro. So are you, man. Thank you, Edgar, for the $20. Bobby Means with a $2 super chat. I'm sorry. I wish. 22. I'd rather see Bryan versus Edge at Mania. Who cares? I care. You should care. Linda Carter, $2 super chat. Hopefully this means we get HBIC and DD back. Sounds like fucking fast food restaurants, Linda. Yes, I hope Dominic Dijakovic and Mia Yim are back. The Forerunners with a $4.99 super chat. Just want to say thank you for all that you do. You got me through my toughest times. By the way, in a couple of minutes is my birthday. Happy fucking birthday, Forerunners. Appreciate you, man. Jonathan Gastello becomes a member of this fine establishment sitting VIP. What are you drinking, Jonathan? Hopefully you're of age. I'm all out of apple juice, bro. Jaxo, 23, with a $9.99 super chat. Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship is not a main event worthy match at WrestleMania. Also, Braun Strowman is a hick and he chops wood for Kevin Dunn Listen, Jaxo, you said it, I didn't, bro. You said it, I didn't, man. Justin Striplin with our $4.99 super chat. Also, I've lost interest in the Sasha Banks Bianca Belair match due to the terrible build-up they've done with these two women. James Horak with a $5 super chat. Sup, JD. Love all your reviews. I think Vince should retire and Triple H should take over. What do you think? Duh. Yes, James. Yes. Absolutely. Chris Morabitu with a $5 super chat. JD, you're literally the most enjoyable wrestling podcast. Thanks for everything you do. A month ago, I asked, what's worse, Elimination Chamber or Fastlane? Do you still think Elimination Chamber? No. That is at least salvageable. Fastlane is completely unnecessary. And I know I'm the most enjoyable wrestling podcast there is. If you don't think so, go play in traffic. Marquand with a $10 super chat. Listen, bro, that Jack Daniels is on ice. I agree with you, JD. We need real edge. Rated R superstar. Listen, man. Yo, Bruce, go call up Miles. Go get Alter Bridge at WrestleMania to play Edge to the fucking ring. It's a very simple request. Dave Melly with a $4.99 super chat. Anybody who hates how Roman keeps his championship with interference clearly don't understand how heels get booked properly. Listen, Dave, heels don't need to cheat to win all the time. I get it. But Roman is on another level. Roman is like God tier. Nothing Roman does could be wrong at all. About 10 midgets with a $10 super chat. Oh, I see what you did there. 10 midgets, $10. I see you, bro. Brian Daniel is changing history. I clearly remember our tribal chief being tapped out by Samoan Joseph. Was he? I thought it was a situation where Roman passed out. Big Ben, $24.93, $2 super chat. Love you, JD. Thank you, as always, for the quality content. You're welcome, Big Ben. Appreciate you, man. Tribal Chief with a Canadian $5 super chat. Laughing my ass off. Imagine Riddle and Strowman's entrances at Mania. WWE Creative will probably have Riddle on a hoverboard while Strowman rides a train. Listen, man, I hope Strowman misses his fucking stop. Just keep going, man. Don't even stop in Tampa, man. Keep going. Keep going all the way down to Miami, bro. We don't even want you. Mr. Cake, $5 super chat. Whatever that goon said about Kenny, I disagree. Kenny's recent segments have brought him down for me. Roman is number one all the way. Listen, man, Kenny is Kenny. I love Kenny. But he's no Roman. Scooter the U-Smith with a $5 super chat. I'm still looking into it, but it seems legit that Andrade was released hours ago. Scooter, I had no idea after the thousands upon thousands of messages I got in the chat. I had no idea, bro. Thank you for $5, man. Linda Carter with another $5 super chat. Way too late, but R-Truth should be a legit heel. Joint Hurt Business. Make 24/7 title a legit title and defend on all three brands at least one night a week. No. No. R-Truth should not be a heel. He should not join the Hurt Business. Burn the 24/7 title. And one brand is enough for R-Truth. Ricardo with a $15 super chat. Since there's a little good to say about tonight's pay-per-view, I will thank you for introducing me to Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Got a bottle of it. Best tasting whiskey I've tried. Here's your... I get no commission, bro. Just tweet them and at me and say, listen, I heard about this from Critiques and Connoisseurs, at Critiques and Connoisseurs on Twitter. And that's it, man. That's all you got to do. Appreciate you, $15 Ricardo. Jesse's been drinking Screwball peanut butter whiskey. According to him, if you add a little grape juice, it tastes like a peanut butter and jelly. I'm not a fan of jelly. I'm not a peanut butter and jelly guy. Watch him text me and say he's disowning me. I sense it. The text will be coming in about 30 seconds. I don't like grape jelly. Let me rephrase. I don't like grape jelly. I like strawberry jam or jelly. I don't like grape. The purple stuff. I don't like it. Justin Strickland, $4.99 super chat. I agree, triple threat match would be better, but I have a gut feeling that it could be a fatal four-way with Jey Uso also. No. No way. Tony Paul with a $1.99 super chat. Great show once again, man. I know. I appreciate you, Tony Paul. Thank you, man. Mr. Cake with a $5 super chat. Thoughts on Bryan's list of outside opponents? Okada, Shingo, MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, Jonathan Gresham. He also said Kyle O'Reilly and Kushida. Daniel Bryan knows his shit, Mr. Cake. Edgar Estrada. There he is. Look, see? I'm not disowning you for it. You're just stupid, but that's okay. All right. I'm adding this to the list of offenses for you and Thunder Rosa, bro. Watch. Edgar Estrada with another 20 bomb. Hey, JD, gotta applaud that. The release of Andrade. Hope the future is bigger and brighter for him. And Thea Trinidad. Clownlands runs his mouth faster than Braun, I mean. Runs. What a geek. OTS fam is number one. Love y'all. Edgar, thank you for the $20, man. Yes, Andrade being released. He'll be good to go in about 90 days, man. Jaxo23. Thank you for your super chat, brother. $3.99. Braun Strowman is a hick and has wood for Kevin Dunn. Does he? You may be right, Jaxo. Tony Paul with 2 super chats, $4.99 and $1.99. Can't wait to see people cry when you have 5K viewers on your WrestleMania review. Me too. Man, remember how good NXT TakeOver New Orleans was? It was great. Kratos, $2 super chat. Mods versus Trolls, WrestleMania 37 with the mods squashing them. It's not even a fucking competition, Kratos. Not even a competition, man. Gaurav Kumar with a $1.79. This may be a rupee donation, I believe. Just thank you for doing what you do. Thank you, Kumar. Florius Nation with a $10 super chat. Daniel Bryan in Roman Edge at WrestleMania is all but confirmed. I don't care what these trolls say. With these trolls saying that Bryan is being all nosy in Edge's business. Fuck him. The fuck are they? Well, what do they know, man? Scooter the U-Smith with a $5 super chat. I miss JoJo's fat ass, man. What happened to her? Hope she's okay. Hope she comes back, especially since my Charlie Caruso may be gone soon. All my favorite interviews are gone. You ain't gonna lose sleep over it, Scooter. You'll wake up and the sun will shine tomorrow morning. Jonathan Gastello, $3.99. I am of age and give me your finest, brother. There you go, bro. That's what I love to hear. Take a seat inside the venue. Sit at the bar. And call the bartender over, man. Make it a double. And get me one while you're at it. William Robertson, $4.99. As always, you're correct. This show absolutely sucks, and WrestleMania will be the worst in history. I know. Phil with a $4.99 super chat. Your podcast get me through the work week. Thanks for what you do and this community. Love the show. Been here since your WrestleMania 30 review. 7 years, Phil. That's what I love to fucking hear, man. I'm buying you a shot. If you don't drink, I'll take it. KC Cold. Roman can't lose the title at Mania even if he doesn't take the pin. He'll be the only one in the match with help from Usos. Loss will make him look weak. Negative. A loss with Bryan and Reigns and Bryan, Reigns and Edge is not going to make Roman look weak. He won't be taking the pinfall. John Roy, $5 super chat. I want Bianca to become a second African woman WWE champion since Jackie at WrestleMania. Vince got some decisions to make. The only decision he needs to make is Sasha retaining the title. Tony Paul with a $1.99 super chat. I barely can stand our truth on one brand. Me too. James Horak became a member. Sitting VIP in this fine establishment, man. What are you drinking, bro? What are you drinking, man? Darius, the official, with a $4.99 super chat. Bro, I didn't know Braun could run fast at all. Anyways, love the channel. I'm always support. Keep up the good work, bro. Thank you, Darius. And Tony Paul with a $1.99 super chat. I legitimately laughed when I saw Shane McMahon's shirt. Bro, if I could get that shirt somewhere, I'm absolutely buying that shirt. He also says, I watch your classic reviews like Royal Rumble 15 and WrestleMania 32. Some good shit right there, Tony. Isaiah Campbell with a $5 super chat. Do you think Finn will stay in NXT after dropping the title to Cross? Would love to see Baszler versus Drew. Man, listen. WWE main roster fucked up Finn Baszler before. Don't you think they're capable of doing it again, man? The guy was a fucking underwear model on the main roster, for Christ's sakes. He was a walking underwear and toothpaste ad on the main roster. And you want to move him back to Bruce's show? Come on now, man. Phil, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Oh my God, man. What a fucking night, huh? Were we number one tonight? I think we were. I think we were, man. That's all I care about. Who does everybody run to hear the best? JD. There you go. Who else would you go into, huh? 199 Classics, my man. Stay safe and good night. Thank you, Tony Paul. Sound like you should be running a fucking pizzeria somewhere, bro. Extra cheese, please. Nate with a $4.99. Who runs faster, Shane McMahon or Braun? And what's more pointless, Fastlane or the 24/7 title? Who runs faster? Braun, man. Come on now. And what's more pointless? The 24/7 title. Get it the fuck off the show. Fastlane's pretty pointless in itself, too. Get it out of here. You don't need it. Guys, I appreciate all of you stopping by and hanging out with me on the podcast, man. If you guys are new around here, please consider subscribing. I mean, there's got to be something on this show that you said, you know what, I don't know this guy, or I don't like this guy, but I agree with him. I'm going to subscribe. It's got to be at least one thing on the show. Hit that subscribe button, man. Follow me on Twitter at JDfromNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Also, follow Critiques and Connoisseurs. Oh my God, we got the Pro Wrestling Podcast donate 100 bomb. Whoa. Thank you, guys. And Nate with a $4.99 super chat says, who's better than JD? Nobody. That's why I'm number one every fucking week. Critiques and Connoisseurs as well, guys. Go check out the podcast from this past weekend. Everything you need for the live streams, link down below. And make sure you guys hit up my sponsor for today's show, man. DrSquatch.com. Use code SCRIPT at checkout. Guys, I'm getting out of here. I got my cold beverage. And I will see you guys on Monday Night Live right here for the podcast and the post show from Monday Night Raw on Off the Script. Mr. Cake, I see you, bro. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate you, man. See you guys later.